morning, everybody. How are you doing? Let me fix my... I didn't even check anything. Hopefully you can hear me. Oh gosh, another impromptu coffee and chat with me, or whatever you need. I feel like I'm sitting in the dark today. It is kind of cloudy outside. We just had the biggest downpour ever. Looks like it's stopped raining right now, but I mean, just all of a sudden out of nowhere, even the radar map didn't show anything on it, but we're getting like a huge downpour. It was ridiculous. Just crazy, I'm telling you. Oh man, I'm not sure I was ready for this coffee and chat. Hang on while I get something out of my file cabinet here. If I can find it. I think this one's the one I need. Okay, I've just kind of been running all around this morning. I had to take my husband's truck in to be worked on. And, yeah, impromptu coffee and chat with you guys. Let me see if I can get myself centered in the screen here. Oh, man. I've got tea today. I've already had my caffeine for this morning, so I decided to have some decaffeinated tea. I don't know what the weather's been like where you're at, but we have had the most ridiculous amounts of rain. I mean, nothing compared to Texas. Wouldn't even attempt to. That's just been an awful situation, and we actually have a nephew that lives in that town, but thankfully him and his daughter were up visiting their parents closer to Austin. His ex-wife lives there, but she was okay, but still just a tragic situation. And but we've had crazy amounts of rain. It's kind of weird because the side of town that we live on, we got about 5 inches of rain in like 2 hours. And the other side of town got a sprinkle. So it's just crazy how that line went. So yeah, some flooding and stuff, but we're good. But it's raining again. Another downpour. Unexpected. So I don't figure there'll be a lot of people on because this coffee and chat was really spur of the moment. I knew I needed to do one this week. I needed to clear out stuff out of my studio to, things to show you and tell you about so that I can finish up my Palooza stuff, because when I start on that, it's going to fill the studio. So I needed to get a lot of this stuff out of the way, and I had quite a bit of stuff to tell you and show you. So people who aren't catching the live can obviously come and grab the replay here and see what's going on. So get your drink. This might be an hour. Hopefully it'll be an interesting hour for you. So let me see. I didn't check anything. Let me make sure my cameras are working. And I'll just put me up here in the corner so you can still see me. And hopefully I have enough light here. I'll angle out just a little bit. I don't know if it's because it's dark outside. I mean, I have lights on all around me. 4 on this side. I've got 3 up here. And up here on my desk in front of me, I've got 3. And it's like, I have lights everywhere. But I feel like I'm sitting in the dark. So, okay. So the first thing I want to talk about, I'm going to be talking about OKC Palooza until it gets here. This might actually be the last month that I talk about it, because it's next month. So if you haven't signed up for it, you guys, it is such a wonderful convention. Absolutely love this convention. Their theme this year is, like this 70s retro hippie type stuff, moving and grooving. So my classes, this is my first class. I added more spots, almost sold out a second time. So if you are thinking about this class, you might want to get in on it. I'll be sending out information to the students probably at the end of this month for everything that they need to make sure to bring to class. You know, from me, they get a full packet. They get the surface prepped. You know, you'll be getting a stencil for the background. I mean, it's a, you know, I try to give good stuff. We're going to play a fun game in my class. So I'm looking forward, in both my classes, so I'm looking forward to that. So this class, again, almost sold out for the second time. So if you want to get in on this one, grab your seat for it. And let's see, this one I think is a Sunday class. Yes, Sunday. It is from 2 to 9. It's a 6-hour class. Lots of fun. Everyone wants to know how to get that glass look and the 3D look that I got down here. So much fun. Okay, and then this one, my second class, it's half full. So, well, last time I checked it was half full. So, you know, if you want to get in on that one, it is a Monday class from 8 to 3. So, check that out. I love this design. So, I've got the backgrounds prepped for all of them. So, now I got to get, you know, all the final prepping done for these projects for my class. And they're going to be fun. I really love the colors that I used in this. How fun and playful it is. Just love, love, love. Love it. I have tons of stuff to show you today. So I'm going to be stacking stuff all around me. It's already stacked all around me. So hello, Carol. Yes, Carol asked, do you know that your Deco Art discount code expired on June 30th? Yes, and I just posted on a video that's actually going to come out today. The new code is, all you need to do is change the number 1 at the end of the one that starts with an H to a number 2. The link is still the same. You be sure and use the link, because I won't get any kind of compensation if you don't use the link that goes with the code. It's in this description, and I don't think I changed it in the description box here, but I will definitely change it when I get done with this video. But the 1 at the end of the code, just change it to a 2 and you are good to go for the rest of the year, and get your discount there. So sorry about that, Carol. I was a couple of days late when they sent us our new codes and links and stuff. I was a few days late getting that switched out. So I will make sure. I don't think I've changed it on my website either. So thanks for that. So I will have to change that on my website when I get done here as well. So yeah, just do that. Hello, Dawn and Veronica. You love the snow globe. Veronica, me too. I mean, it's one of my all-time favorite ones. Of course, I say that about a lot of things. You know, once I paint something and, you know, I'm done with it, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. And then I move on and I paint something, oh, maybe this one's my favorite. You know, it's just, I think because I do so many different things, I try not to do things that are too similar. I like to really not be in a niche. You know, I don't want to be, oh, we know that snowman's Lonna because she always does snowmans. I don't want to be that kind of artist. I want to be one that tries everything and you know, at least attempts to do different things. I like pushing myself that way, and I hope I can encourage that in you guys. Okay, I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff that I have recently done over the last 2 weeks. Some of you probably seen pictures of it on Facebook. Some of you were at my last live. So just in case you weren't at my last live, we painted this right here at my last live, which at the Dollar Tree. Our Dollar Tree is still $1.25, but I think they said next week everything's going up to $1.50, maybe $1, some things $1.75, I don't know, but still $1.25 this week at ours. Now my sister-in-law, who lives in Oklahoma, said hers already jumped straight to $1.75. They didn't even do the $1.50 stuff. They just like went from $1.25 to $1.75. So I guess it depends on where you live. For me, $1.75 for a surface to paint on, still a bargain. So But if you can get it for $1.25, you save yourself 50 cents. So this is the one that we painted, and the free line drawing is on the website if you want to head over there and get that. And I don't think I have my coupon code up on my thing here, but my coupon code, oh, here it is. There it is. Shop now, 20% off. It is still good, I think, until the 23rd of this month. So even anything that's on sale, you can use that on. And I've put a few things on sale the past week or so. Things that I want to really try and clear out of my inventory that I will no longer carry. So if you want a free line drawing for this, head over there and get it, and watch the video on YouTube here and see how I painted that. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing that. So much fun. Okay. Would I consider doing a Zoom class for the snow globe? Possibly. That's a possibility. Generally, I have a hard time with Zoom classes. I'm not sure why. I do much better right here live on YouTube. But, you know, when people say, oh, I'll come to your Zoom class, and so I put it out there and no one, you know, buys the class. So that's a tough one for me. I would, if I could get enough people to, you know, warrant doing a Zoom class. I mean, other teachers seem to have a little bit better luck at doing Zoom classes, maybe because that's all they do, but I do so much stuff free on my YouTube channel. People don't want to pay to come and take a class with me. So that's why I like the conventions, because I get to do personal classes, and, you know, I can be almost one-on-one with a student and really, you know, be able to help them. So, but Carol, I will definitely think about that and see what I want to do with that. But thanks for asking. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's move on to the next thing that I painted here. Let me zoom in on this. This is a birthday box that I painted for my grandson. Let's see if I can get a little bit better light over here. Man, I feel like I am just totally in the dark today. I'm sure you don't want those lights like blinding out there. Let's see if I turn this up. This is, I don't know why I feel like I'm in the dark. You guys probably can see things okay. I've varnished all this stuff, so, you know, it's going to have a glare. This is a box I got from Hobby Lobby. This is a birthday box for one of my grandsons, and this is what he wanted painted on it. He sent me a photograph. I think it's of an album that he likes to listen to. I don't know, so I painted it as close to the photograph as I could. It was a lot of fun. It's just a little card box. Okay, and we always give them a little bit of money for their birthday, and so I like to put encouraging sentiments inside their boxes when I make them. Every year it's a different style box, different size. So this one is ready for him. It says, "We believe in you. We are proud of you. We will always love you." You know, I like to do things like that on their boxes. You know, and yeah. So this was super easy. I've got 4 more that I need to paint up, so they're all lined up right here, waiting for me to, you know, when I get done with Palooza stuff, so I've got all the hardware off of them and ready for me to sand and multi-purpose and base coat and all that stuff. So, but this was a lot of fun. I just want to show you how you can take a photograph and paint it. So it's a very easy process. I would like to teach that a lot more, how to grab a photograph that you like, show you how to, if you're not comfortable with drawing it out freehand, how to make a line drawing out of that photograph and then paint it. And Harrison, if not a Zoom, maybe think about offering a video and e-packet of the snow globe on your website. I would love to be able to purchase some that way. Okay, that's another option that I could do with that. So I will definitely think about doing something like that. So thanks for the feedback and the encouragement. I appreciate it, you guys. So anyway, I thought that turned out super, super cute. I love it so much, and I think he's going to love it. His birthday is this coming weekend. Okay, I'm going to show you something that I just was playing around with, just having fun. Sometimes in the morning I just want to come in here and not think about anything. I just want to grab some colors of paint and throw something on cardboard, canvas, anything. So the other day I was, I was playing around with this piece of canvas that I had, and I had this green zipper. So I thought, well, I'm just going to make a watermelon, that we're unzipping so we can see all the lovely watermelon stuff inside, and just painted that up and then glued my zipper on. It was it was a fun time because I was just playing around, having fun, not being serious, not thinking about writing instructions as I did it for a packet or anything. I just thought, I'm just going to sit down and have some fun and see how it turns out. I thought this turned out so cute. This would be super cute if you did it on a round canvas, even a plate, if you had a plate, and make it still with the zipper. I think a wider zipper would look better. Maybe one that you would put on a jacket or something, but I had this green one. It kind of went with the watermelon rind, so I thought, well, I'm just going to throw that on there. Veronica, I would like to see how you do that from a photograph. Okay, yeah. I did one class a few years ago from a photograph. I might start trying to make that, maybe a routine thing. Yes, this is a real zipper. And I just trimmed all the material away from it, and then I just hot glued it along the outside edge of where I painted my red stuff. Good morning from Nova Scotia. Well, good morning, Karina. Thanks for joining. So, I just want you to know that you don't always have to have a plan when you start painting. Just grab some paints, sit down, have some fun. You could be watching something on TV as you're painting and think, oh, that would be cute. Let's try and paint that, and that gets you, creating and moving, and then you want to pick up your paintbrushes and really, really do something. So that is one thing that I did the other day, just having fun. All right, let's take a look at this. I'm gonna have to wide angle out. Okay, my seagull. I will probably get a video and pack it done for him. I'm gonna try this week, maybe. This week is so busy. I get one week where I'm not too busy and I get all the time that I want in my studio. And then the next week it's like appointments, or something we have to do in the yard, or, it's just crazy. Yesterday I spent all day editing things, and so, I have a day like that. So those are the days that aren't quite so fun because, it's like, I wish somebody else would edit all this stuff so I could just move on to painting again. But I titled this one Ocean View. It's very beginner-friendly painting. I made it super easy so that any skill level could do it. So if you're more advanced and you really like this, you can certainly do more detail to the bird. I did very little detail to this little guy. He is as simple as a simple can be. But the effect of this is still so interesting and unique and powerful, and it's also simplistic, and I really, really, really like that. So, and this is an 8x8 gallery wrap canvas. See, I took my post all the way down because I like to finish my edges when I do a gallery wrapped canvas. I like it all to flow. So, but super easy project. So if this one comes out, be watching for it and the packet coming soon. Both coming soon. Just one of those weeks. All right, let's see if I can move this out of the way so I can bring in some bigger stuff. Now I'm going to be showing you some stuff that just that I have created, not necessarily that's going to be available to you. because some of it I may enter into submissions for places. So I just want to show you what I've been up to. And I've had a couple of 2.5 weeks of some really good painting and ideas and things. Everything just seemed to flow well. So it's just made so enjoyable. Because sometimes it's like you come in here and what am I going to paint? What do I want to paint? Well, that sounds interesting. Oh, but I don't know about this color palette. You know, it's not always easy for artists. You know, we still struggle with what we want to create and design. Sometimes I just feel like I just want to grab a huge canvas and start throwing paint on it and see where it takes me. And someday I am definitely going to do that. I've got a couple of big canvases that I would like to get painted up, so it's like I just might do that sometime. So I painted this up, and this may be a submission at some point, but I wanted to do it up close and personal of this tiny little bee. And didn't he turn out so cute? So cute. I really enjoyed painting this guy. Pollen technically is yellow, but you know, creative license. Creative license. So this was a super fun project that I painted up, and yeah, I kind of had an idea of where I was going with this when I started it, but you know, things don't always go the direction that I think it's going to go when I start painting. So, but this one turned out pretty spectacular. Okay, this next one is one of my all-time favorites. It will probably definitely be a submission, but it will be an advanced class. Look at that. So pretty. Love, love, love it. I had this idea for quite a while in my head, and I was glad when I sat down to paint it. It came out just like I imagined. Beautiful. I love it. I love, love, love it. Love the colors, love the feeling, everything about it. So it will probably be a submission. So sorry, but I did want to give you a sneak peek. Okay, what else am I working on, or that I have done? This also may be a submission. So I'm trying to get my submissions all done early so I can, you know, not have to worry about it when it comes time to send stuff in. I got it ready. This one, I wanted to do some fall colors on my teacups. I love the colors that I chose for the teacups. And those two cute little birds on top. How fun. Super fun. Super fun. I can't remember what I named this one. But again, it will probably be a submission. But you get the sneak peek, okay? You just can't paint it. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Okay. You guys remember this one that I posted this probably about 3 weeks ago now. This was the canvas that I showed you when I did the crow. I did a canvas that had a white underpainting and one that had a black underpainting. And I painted the crow in the moonlight on the one with the black underpainting. And this was the one that I had prepped to show you the difference in what the white underpainting looked like. So the background was already painted. So, you know, one morning when I wanted to come in here and get some creativity going, I just sat down and painted some jellyfish on here. So this one, that's how this one came about. And I love how it turned out. I love all the little bubbles that I got in there. The colors that I used, just absolutely stunning. So I wanted to like take it bigger. So I made this one. And with this one I added the coral and the rocks down here and some grasses back in there. I don't know if this one would become a submission or not. It would definitely be an advanced class because it has a lot of things going on with it. So you would have to be able to paint very quickly without little instruction, you know, and be able to move very quickly in order for it to be class, but I'm thinking about it for a submission. I just don't know yet because the packet ended up being like 18 pages long, so I don't really want to print up a bunch of 18-page packets. But I might. But this one turned out super cute in the big form and the little form. This is just a 6x6 canvas, and this is a 12x12. I think this is 6x6, 12x12. So that was fun. Loved it. Turned out great. All right, now I'm going to set this one down here because my other things are big. Now, you guys know that I like to paint for my grandkids. And, of course, the lights. I've already varnished this, so if I set it down here, it seems to make it a little bit darker than what it is. It's very bright. So I painted this for my grandson. It was a lot of fun. I kind of wish I hadn't varnished it for you guys now so you could see it. And the jellyfish is one of your favorites. Yeah, I really like the jellyfish too. But this I'm putting out a video on this today. It's just a video to watch. I'm not talking in it because it's really just layering paint, showing you how to just keep layering paints to get the look that you want. I knew I wanted to paint this style for him, and I asked him what color he wanted it to be, and he said he wanted it to be green. So I tried to make the majority of the controller green. So this was really a painting that I enjoyed because it was one of those that I did not have to think about. I knew it was going to be kind of splatter technique around it. I knew it was going to be multiple layers of colors, which is how I really love to paint, multiple layers. And the colors develop as you build the layers, which I really like. So I'll be probably putting the video out on this today, and it's just one that you can watch and enjoy. So be sure and watch it. I think it's only like 15 minutes long. It's not a super long video, but be sure and watch it all the way to the end and leave a comment and tell me what you think about it, because I really had a lot of fun painting this. Tons and tons and tons of fun painting this. And a lot of the colors that I chose, a couple of them weren't, but a lot of the colors that I chose were transparent colors. So, you have to build layers when you're doing transparent colors. So, lots of fun. Lots of fun. I don't varnish before taking pictures either, but this is for my grandson. And all my other items that I varnished, when it's one of my paintings, I varnished with an ultra flat, so I still can take pictures if I forgot or one that I took didn't turn out very well. But since this was for my grandson, I just went ahead and varnished it with a satin varnish for him. So, but I don't varnish before I take pictures. A lot of things might sit around for months and months before I varnish. Some don't get varnished at all until I dig through a drawer and it's like, oh man, I didn't varnish this. Well, I'm varnishing 5 other pieces today. I'll throw it in the pile to be varnished. So, but my own stuff that I do for packets, I always varnish with an ultra flat because it stays flat. So like all of these things I showed you over here, this is varnished, but it's varnished with an ultra flat. So it has no sheen whatsoever on it. So that is a good tip, to not varnish until you're done taking pictures. I'm going to move these out of the way. I don't want to poke a hole in them. And I'm going to try and get some of this stuff off my table. So, there you got some sneak peeks at some stuff and seeing what I've been up to the last 3 weeks. I've been kind of busy. I'm going to move these out of the way because I got other stuff that I want to bring in here and tell you about that has to do with my website. So you guys, the coupon code's right there. Shop now. Even stuff that's on sale. I like the controller. Nice to have things for boys and men. Yeah. There's not a lot of art out there that is geared towards men. I don't know. I guess because, they just don't really care. But it would be nice if you wanted to paint something up specific for your son or your grandson or even your husband. If there was more designs like that. I get that, Veronica. We women have a tendency to want to paint the pretty things. Okay. All right, so since I had my last live, I've painted a few things that the videos are out now on my YouTube. So if you haven't watched them, you want to catch those videos. One of them is this. This is also varnished with Ultra Flat. You can grab this video, the packet on my website, lonnalamb.com, and you can watch the video. And then the stencil is available on my website, but I believe the line drawing is in the packet. So if you wanted to just transfer the line drawing and paint it in, use markers, whatever. I don't even remember how I did it, if I did it with markers. No, I stenciled it in because I made a stencil. But you could use markers. I did use markers on this in a few places. So you could certainly use markers to write in all your lettering after you transfer it on there. So that one's on my website and the stencil's on there. And then we did this one for a live, a couple, not the last live, but the one prior to that one. And so this packet is up there and you can catch the video, my cozy winter drink. Love that scarf, which in my live I kept calling it a sweater. Veronica, I love that you paint a variety of things. Thank you. I appreciate that because I don't want to be a one note painter. I want to mix it up, and some things may not be successful as I try it, but at least I tried it. So the one thing I still do not feel comfortable painting is animals. And I have painted a few and they've been okay. But don't ask me to paint a realistic animal because that is not going to happen. I don't know why. I just have that block right there when it comes to painting animals. I don't know. For some reason, nothing else that I paint intimidates me. I want to figure out how to paint it and make it look like what I want it to look like. But animals, for some reason, they just do. Although I did paint a cow a couple of years ago that turned out super cute. So I can't say that I don't paint animals. I'm just saying, I'd rather be painting something else. So there's a lot of animal painters out there. I don't need to be one. So there's that one on my website. And then this one, which I did varnish with satin varnish, so it's got a little bit of a sheen on it. Woolly Acres Farm, all those cute curly little sheep in the truck. Love painting this. I think I drew this out like a year ago, so I was glad that I could finally sit down and bring it to life. It was a lot of fun for me to put those curly little sheep in there. Oh, good morning, Mary. How are you? Glad you're here with me for this impromptu coffee and chat. So this one's on my website, the packet, and YouTube channel has the video for it. So check that out. If you've missed a lot of my ones that have come up in the last couple of weeks, I think in the last 3 weeks I've put out quite a few videos. Thank you, Mary. And then this one, I actually painted this for a submission and it wasn't accepted, and then I realized I didn't have a video for it. So it took me like 2 years to repaint it and make a video for it. So this one is now on my website and on my YouTube channel. A day at the lake. So fun. I don't know. I thought it turned out super cute. And then, of course, this one just came out last week, I think. I can't remember. I can't remember when my videos come out. They just come out. And this is Lady in Pink. Again, this was one that I did a couple of years ago, but I lost part of the video, so I had to repaint it so that I could finish the video. So, yeah, it's like when I get done with a project, I want to be done. I want to be done with the video. I want to be done with the writing the packet and all of that stuff so I can move on to the next thing. I don't like to have to go back and redo a video or write a packet. That's why I write my packets as I paint my designs, so that I know what I'm writing is what I just did. And then I'm done with the writing part of the packet when I am done painting, and all I have to do is put pictures in. So yeah, that is how I do it. So if you're thinking about becoming a designer, you figure out the way that works best for you for writing your packets, because that is the most tedious part of designing, is getting those packets written up and those pictures in there and your line drawing and all that stuff. And if you do videos, then you've got all the editing to do on the videos. It's a full-time job, full-time job, one that I love, but I'd rather be painting. So I wish I could hire office staff to edit the videos and write the packets. They could watch the video and write the packet. See? I wouldn't have to write it. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Okay. Aw, my cousin Shelly, she loves hearing my voice. Oh, thank you so much, my sweet friend. She's my favorite cousin. Thanks for stopping in here. I love you to pieces. We haven't been back to Fort Scott in a while, so I haven't got to see you. I keep telling Arthur we need to get back to Fort Scott. We need to get back to Fort Scott. So we'll see. Fort Scott's my hometown, Fort Scott, Kansas. So that's where my cousin lives. So thank you for being here, Shelly. These are new to my website. Now, you guys know that I talked about closing my website at the end of July, or around July 23rd. So I've talked with my husband, and I decided to go month by month. So I've changed my plan on my website so that I can pay monthly, because this is the first year that I haven't been able to pay for my website for a whole year. So this has been my slowest sales year. So if I can't keep it up, because I'm not going to use our household money to keep my website up, I absolutely refuse to do that. So if I can't keep my website up from month to month, then I will probably eventually close it. I think I have enough money saved back to keep it going till the end of the year. So I'll definitely have it through December. And after that, we'll be undecided. We'll have to see how it goes. But these are new on my website, styluses. I know we all have styluses. I don't know about you. I have a bunch of them. I have a couple of favorites that are my absolute favorites to use, which this blue one right here is one of my favorites. So there's a set of 3. They all have different ends on them. They're only $2.75 on my website, you guys. So I bought a few of these to try out to see if people would be interested in them. So it's a set of 3 for $2.75. That's like super big bargain. So if you need a stylus, check it out. All right, one thing I want to try and eliminate on my website are kits. They're just not super big sellers. Now, my kits I have already discounted on my website. This is a class that I taught at Palooza several years ago, and I still have some of these. It's got the prep surface. It's got the prep surface, so it's prepped that far. That's how far I had to prep it for my class. And I don't know how many of these I have. I didn't write down how many I had. It's got the line drawing on vellum, so you don't have to worry about poking a hole in it or trying to trace it or anything like that. And then of course it's got the full packet. So I'll show you the kits that I have. Now when I get down to Palooza this year, I may have a few kits of the spooky one, the Halloween themed one, fall one. But the other class, the snow globe class, I doubt that I will have any left for it. I'm only making exactly how many I can for how many students I have said I would take. So this is a kit on there, already discounted. And you can use the 20% off on top of that. So there you go. Oh, I love you, big back, Shelly. I love you, big back. Let's see what else I got. Okay, here's another one. All these kits are from, well, they're not all from Palooza. One of them is from SDP convention I did. So here's the Cowgirl of Mystery. Again, you get the packet. The line drawing is on vellum. You get a stencil with this one and the prepped surface. So the surface is ready for you to start painting on. The video is on my YouTube channel of all of these kits. So you can go right to my YouTube channel and watch how I painted it, step by step. So you get the stencil, and each packet comes with a different stencil, and then the line drawing's right on there because we went straight into painting right from there. And this one was a fun class. I really enjoyed it. Okay. Then we had this pig class at Palooza. I think the cowgirl and the pig were last year. My class was last year. So the pig is prepped to there on your wood surface. Again, you've got the full packet and the line drawing is on vellum. And you can watch how I painted it. So any of these kits interest you, if they don't sell by the end of the year, I'm pulling them off of my website and I'm just going to take the surfaces and reuse the surfaces for something else. So this is one I did at Palooza a few years ago. There is the prepped surface. Again, your packet and everything is in there and your line drawing, and this is what it looks like when you're done. Video on my YouTube channel. Hi, Bonnie from Oklahoma City. Good to have you here. Okay, and I have this one. This one was from SDP a few years ago, 2018. I don't remember. So we prepped it to here. Now, when I taught this class, I used the premium tube acrylics on this. But you don't have to use that. Just change the colors in the Americana line. I mean, it's just bright colors for a rooster. You can take the colors that are listed in here. You know, it was going to have to be undercoated with a light color before we painted on the black anyway, so it's perfect, you know, for the Americana line. And it will be just fine. If you use Traditions paints, this would be great for Traditions. So you see, you just need some bright colors: red, green, yellow, blue, white, and yeah. So this one is ready to go. And I don't know, one of these, the pig may be the only one that I have one of. I don't know. I'd have to go on my website and look. Seems like there was one that only had one. Okay, and then I have this kit. This class, this video though, is one that you currently have to purchase on my website. But if you want the kit, when you purchase the class, you get the packet. Okay, but you can also buy the packet on my website by itself if you don't want to see the video and how I paint it. So you can buy the packet by itself. You can buy the class, and it comes with a packet. And then here is the kit for it. So you've got the stencil that has sparkle and Merry Christmas, okay, and the light bulbs. So you could use either one of these on the top of the cat. I'm trying to think. Oh, I think the cat's behind me. Let me grab it. So you can see what it looks like painted. Okay, I've painted it on both sides because I did teach this for a chapter, a group of painters. So, and it also comes with fabric medium and the fabric glitter paint. Okay, the bag, which has the cardboard already in it, ready for you to put your line drawing on. Your line drawing is on vellum, ready for you to put on there. You've got your fabric medium, fabric glitter, and your stencil. So, and with the 20% off, you're basically getting this at cost. I'm not making any money on it. Charlene, I'm sorry I'm late. We're grocery shopping. Well, grocery shopping's important. So, you know, you can always come back and, you know, watch from the beginning. But anyway, this was one that I did, I think, last year. And I thought this little kitten turned out so cute. Man, I really feel like I need some better lighting here. Okay. So there we go. You can buy the kit if you're going to buy the packet, or you can buy the class, the video, and do the that comes with the packet. But the kit is always going to be separate. So I got that one. All right, I think that's all the kits that I have on my website, and I'll probably be, you know, at the end of the year, I'm going to take care of probably not having too many kits. I still want to occasionally make up a kit that is special for a particular class. I think that comes in handy when you want to paint something. You don't have to go out and search for stuff. You got the fabric medium right there with that kit. You can use your Americana paints, or if you have fabric paints, use those. It really isn't going to matter which paint you use. I doubt that bag's ever going to be washed, so, you know, whatever you got, I say use it because it comes with the fabric paint. So, you know, think about it. Okay, so things that I am definitely clearancing out by the end of the year, and maybe even sooner. You know, these may be done in a couple of months. I may donate everything to Goodwill because they've just stopped selling, and I really need to get them out of my inventory. One of the things that I have on my website are these hand towels that you can paint on. You get a set of 2 hand towels. I think they're 18. I didn't write down the measurements. I was thinking they were like 18 by 24 hand towels. And I made these. I made all my pillow covers. They've got my little Lonna Lamb Designs tag on it and everything. So you get a set of 2 hand towels. Okay? And I think I only have 10 sets of these. I was selling them individually, and I just want to get rid of them. So I put them in there for a set of 2. All my pillow covers I made. Now I'll only take this one out, and the rest of them I'll just show you the different varieties. But I made all of these. They are envelope style pillow covers. Well, maybe I'll open it. And they fit a 16 by 16 pillow form. And again, they've got a tag, which I also created myself. Printed it right on my computer. Can you believe that? Okay. Envelope style. More than triple stitched over here, because you know you're going to have to be pulling on it to put your pillow in. You can paint on these. I've done many, many designs on a lot of these pillow covers. So you can paint on them, or, you know, just use them as they are. Watching from San Miguel, California. Love seeing everything you're working on and have on hand. Sorry that you may be closing your website at some point. Yeah, well, hopefully not. We'll see. That's why I'm going month by month now. So, but anyway, it is what it is. I love having my website. I loved designing it. I designed it, and so it was a lot of fun for me. It was a lot of work, lots of work, but I finally got it to the point where it's very easy for me to now navigate it and put everything on there. So, but anyway, here is this one, this yellow one, and let's see, this yellow floral, there's only 4 of these. I haven't made any pillow covers in a few years because last year, I don't think I sold any last year, maybe one. I haven't sold any so far this year. Okay, then I've got some white ones, 3 white ones. You can do anything on a white cover. Check out my YouTube channel for any pillow covers that I've painted on. You know, I did one several years ago. My very first one was a big, huge bee, and that one was super fun. So you could paint the bee on here. You could paint it on several of these other ones that I have. So white one, there's only 3. This one, I think I called it like the ocean one. It's very beach theme. So if you have a room that's beach themey, I think I only have 2 of these. I have 2 of these left. So, and you know, since Joann's closed, that's where I bought all my fabric. And it just, since it closed, they had such a huge variety of fabric that I loved going in there shopping. And it's so hard to find that big variety at such a good price that Joann's had their fabric for. So, you know, the making things probably will be more for things that I need or family or stuff, you know. But anyway, beach one, there's only a couple of those. Now this one I could make all the time because I can get this fabric easily. This is drop cloth fabric. I've washed it thoroughly, ironed it, and made drop cloths. I've painted on these. This is a more rougher, porous kind of fabric. So as I tell you, you know, if I'm teaching a fabric class, I do not ever use my best paintbrushes on fabric. It doesn't matter what the fabric is. You think it's smooth as glass. Fabric is going to be harder on your brushes. So you want to use good brushes, just never use your best brushes. So, and you know, with this one, it's you know, it's got more texture in a drop cloth, but man, it's nice fabric to paint on. So I've got the drop cloth I have more of because, you know, drop cloth is so big. You can make so many. I have 8 of these left. So I did keep a couple back for me to paint on if I wanted to paint something. This is a cream colored one. Cream cotton, I think it says on my website. And I have 4 of this color. It's a very light, I mean, it's not yellow. I hope it doesn't show yellow to you guys because it is definitely, you know, a cream color. So, and camera doesn't always give the best color. And then here is a wood grain one. I've used many different styles of wood grain, but this is the only style that I have left in a couple of colors. And wood grain's been my biggest seller ever. That one and the drop cloth ones, they've been my biggest sellers. You miss Joann's, Veronica. I do too. I miss it. I didn't think I'd miss it because, you know, I only went in there to shop maybe 4 or 5 times a year, you know, when I needed something or to stock up on something, or I wanted to do something with a special fabric, or I needed some vinyl. I loved that I could go in there and buy just about any color of vinyl that I wanted, you know, cover my chairs and things like that. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be missed by a lot of people. Okay, so I've got this gray drop cloth one. There's 5 of these on my website. And then I've got the red one. I love this one. It would be so beautiful to paint white poinsettias on for Christmas. This is just like that dark gray, only it's red. And let's see, there's 4 of these as well. So, okay. And I only have a couple of these. I think it's black and gray on my website. It's kind of a grayish brown almost. So it's not like a gray, you know, like a true gray. But still this is a heavier fabric. A little bit textured, but still a beautiful fabric. So 2 of those. And then this is the only one of this one that I have left, this gray and white buffalo check. So, you know, if you see any pillow covers that you like, now's the time to get them. 20% off. I heard Joann's merchandise can be bought at Michael's. Yes. A lot of their stuff is going to Michael's. But I don't know about the fabric. I don't know, because Michael's doesn't have, at least my Michael's, doesn't have a fabric area. Would have been good if Hobby Lobby had bought all their fabric. So I don't know how the fabric part will work with Michaels. I have heard that and read that, but they would have to change a whole different area in their store to create an area that makes fabric. Personally, I think they should close their framing part because, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know where all their wonderful fabrics went, but it would be nice if we could have access to them. Okay. All right. And these will no longer go on my website if I can sell them. If I can't sell them, then I'm going to find some artists that are starting out and want one of these and give them away. I have a granddaughter I may send one to who's, I just realized she's a very amazing artist. So these are all handmade by me. And they did take quite a little bit of time to make. Magnetic snap. This is a mixed media journal. They all have either glitter vinyl in here or a metallic vinyl. I think one of them may have just a flat plain vinyl. They all come with a pencil. My little logo tag that I made on there. This one is red cork. It really was one of my biggest sellers. So I've got a red cork one. They're all, like I said, handmade. And when I sewed them, I had a thread that was all different colors. So the thread all the way around is varying colors. I thought that was perfect for an art journal. Loved it. So, you've got some options with your art journals if you want one. Right now, at the price that you're paying 20% off, because when I bought the vinyl for these, I bought custom vinyls online, high quality vinyl. I want them to be able to last. I want you to be able to wipe them and all of that stuff. So what you pay for them with the 20% off is less than what it cost me to make them. So just so you know. Just so you know. I've got one with cupcakes. I think I only have one of each. Well, I do have some covers that I haven't put journals in yet. I don't know which ones I have exactly. I might have a second one of these. So anyway, there's the cupcake one, which I thought was super fun. And if you're out somewhere drawing in it, or it's a mixed media book, so you can use watercolors, acrylic paints, pencils, markers, anything in these books. So and they're fun to travel with, and plus they can be a conversation piece. People can say, "Oh, I love that book," and then you can talk about your art and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. You could change the book out and put a journaling book in here. It wouldn't have to necessarily be an art book. You could put one that you write in. And then this one is holographic. I might pull this one out so you can see the color. How it changes color. And this one has metallic inside of it instead of glitter. I put metallic in here. So pretty. And the vinyl is so nice. So nice. This one is Harry Potter. I might send this one to my niece. Our granddaughter. Our great-granddaughter, actually, is the one that's just started getting into art. So this one's Harry Potter. Lots of fun. I made me a little wallet with this same vinyl. It's a lot of fun. And on my website, I show you if they're different colors. I put that on there. If I have more than one and it's a different color, I have that on there. This is snake skin with the pink on it. I thought the pink was quite appropriate for the snake skin. Oh, sorry. My mom said, I have to take my pill for my eyes. I did put the same pink vinyl inside this one, or glitter vinyl inside this one. I just love that pink glitter vinyl, so pretty. And then this one is the only fabric that I actually did buy at Joann's, and it's oilcloth, so of course it's a much cheaper one, but still a beautiful, beautiful project. It's got glitter vinyl inside of it as well, a blue glitter vinyl. So, you know, oilcloth is going to be very wipeable. Very nice. So, I think I've gone through everything. I'm going to see if we got any questions or anything you want me to bring back up and show you. Judy, I was on Facebook to start, but it kept freezing on me. Oh, that's kind of weird. I hope it wasn't freezing on anybody else. So that is it. I can clear out a lot of things out of my studio now, you know. And of course, the stuff that's still for sale on my website, I'll you know, put in my cabinet back there because that's where I keep all my product. But everything else that was just for showing, I can now put away and bring all my Palooza stuff in here, which is in the dining room, and start working on getting everything together. I still have to prep some surfaces, but I feel like I'm doing good with my Palooza stuff. So I'm gonna make myself bigger, and if there is something somebody wants to see again, I will try and bring it back up in the camera shot here. Bonnie, I have many of your pillow covers and have some left, but not too many. Yeah, they are fun to paint on. I think they're super fun to paint on. I think that's why I kept a couple back for myself, so that, you know, I still like to paint on them for me. And you know, any design that you paint on a pillow cover, you can paint on something else. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a design that I painted. You can paint anything on a pillow cover, or take a design that's painted on a pillow cover and put it on something else. So, but I have done some fun ones, so yeah, check them out on my website. I think if you type in pillow on my website, it will bring up the pillow covers and the packets. I really need to go on there and look, because I don't know how many pillow packets I put on there. Yes. Have I thought about membership group? Yes, I have thought about it. I am waiting on my eyes because I'm still having so much trouble with my eyes. So I don't want to get too involved in that, because I don't know what's going to happen with my eyes. I'm still on antibiotics. Started to go off of it, and they got worse again, so they upped it again. So at the end of this week, I'll take it back down and see how that's going to work. You know, I might have to have some kind of surgery on my eyes, so I'm waiting a little bit longer on that membership group. But I have, you know, set up some things to get ready for it, so that when I can, it can take off. So, but yes, it's on the back burner for now. But I haven't you know, let it go. It's back there, but you can see my eyes are pretty swelled up today. I don't know. It's just a rough thing to get through. At least I can see a little bit better today. Some days when I get up, my vision is not very good. I'm sure it's because my eyes dry out at night, and I've tried wearing one of those mask things at night, but oh my gosh, I just wake up and my eyes are just dripping wet, and so that's very uncomfortable. So I'm trying a lot of things for my eyes, but haven't found the magic thing that makes it all. I don't even know what caused this, but I'm ready for it to be done. Just so ready for it to be done. It's really not a pleasant thing to have. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm not seeing any questions or anything that anyone wants me to bring back up and look at. If you need anything that I showed you on my website, head over to Lonna Lamb and check that out. And are you having so much trouble with your eyes? Me too. Me too. My eyesight has always been one of the things that has been really good, because my glasses I really only need for the computer distance and close-up. My distance has always been 20/20, and you know, the eye doctor just says for my age that is just amazing. But now with this going on, even distance stuff gets blurry. So anyway, yeah, it's a rough go some days. Some days it's just really hard. But I am not letting it stop me from doing the things that I love, although it does get me down a little bit. I do try to push through. So, oh, thank you so much, Charlene. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the prayers that you guys send up for me, the good wishes and everything. So it means a lot to me. Yeah, makes me feel like I'm not alone. And I'm sure there's a lot more people out there that have eye conditions, you know, probably far worse than mine. So I came in late. Are you going to bring closeout items to Palooza? I had not planned on bringing closeout things, mostly because I'm not going to have a booth. I do help Sandy in her booth, but you know, I don't help pay for her booth, so I don't like to bring things that, you know, yeah, that's just kind of a, you know, more work that for her. So although if I have any extra kits left from my classes, she lets me put those in her booth, but I don't want to bring a bunch of stuff that she has to worry about. So no, I won't be bringing closeout items with me. But if you're going to Palooza and there is a closeout item that you want, let me know. Email me. My email is, or if you're on Facebook, just message me, and I will invoice you for it, and I will bring it to you. So yes, and I can leave it at Sandy's booth. If I can't catch you and find you, you can always pick it up right there at her booth. But yes, anybody that's going to Palooza that even wants to shop on my website but not have to pay for shipping, let me know. I will bring it to you. No problem whatsoever. I'd be happy to do that. So Janet, you're from OKC? Well, I bet you go to Palooza every year. Have you been in my class? Your name is very familiar. I am terrible at remembering people's names in my classes. I can remember faces, but I'm not very good at remembering names, so I've just always been that way. All right, you guys, I think that is it for me. I'm going to close out of this live coffee and chat and let you enjoy your day. I'm going to have lunch with some girlfriends, and that's going to take my mind off my eyes and hopefully have a good time. I know we'll have a good time, and see my grandkids this afternoon. So it's going to be a busy day with that. So I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful and blessed day, whatever you are doing. And I pray that you are in safe places, and that you know, the weather is good in your area, because this weather has just been horrendous from one side of the United States to the other, and I think we're all just done with it. That's great. Shipping is a killer. I do go, but don't get to register for classes. Well, that's fine, Janet. You can still, if there's anything you want, let me know. I'll invoice you and bring it to you. You're welcome, Judy. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. May you have a blessed day and a blessed rest of your week. And be watching for that video that's coming out today, and the seagull one, hopefully by the end of the week, but I don't make any promises there. It might be next week. So I'll see you guys on the next one, you guys. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.